Hey y'all, welcome to Dirty Laundry.
Welcome to Dirty Laundry.
So nasty. And so rude.
Is that what you are?
So nasty.
Welcome to Dirty Laundry, guys. I'm KenBarbie.
I'm Pumpkin. And it's another great night of Dirty Laundry. I just want to say thank you to everybody that just give us all this feedback throughout the day. We'll post up topics. Y'all give good feedback. We can't get to everybody, but it's just good to see that people support us and interact with us, and they can't wait for the TV show just like us. So.
Like hundreds of comments tonight. So
yeah,
bear with us if we can't get to your comment, but we'll definitely try to shout some people out, and we appreciate all the feedback, even if we can't shout it out.
And glad y'all taking your Tuesday night to watch us. You can follow my page on Instagram and Twitter, The Makings of P. And that's where you'll see the topic on there, the question. What was the question, Ken?
Well, the main question of tonight's show, because we're talking about the keys to a successful relationship. So the main question for tonight is, what do you think is the most important key to a successful relationship?
And the answers are hilarious. I mean, some of them make sense, and some of them it's just like, hold on.
Some of them I couldn't even get myself together before the show cut on just now.
Yeah.
I was cracking up, but we'll get to them later on in the show.
And be sure to check out our business pages, our businesses. I have Celebrity Status Jewels. You can go there and you can see jewelry, accessory, phone cases. You can get custom-made phone cases. You can get
like this.
Some of everything. Yeah, I have one too. I put my kids on here, myself, a bunch of.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of neat stuff on here. Cupcakes. I like cupcakes. Okay.
So basically,
the Queen's Crown, everything I love. I even have a love symbol, so everything I love. No.
Where am I?
Ken, you're not there.
You don't love me?
No. You're a part of Celebrity Status Jewels and the P Show. My logo's now on here, so that's great, right? So y'all can follow Celeb Stat Jewels on Instagram, and you can also check out the website, celebritystatusjewels.com. You're going to find a lot of neat stuff on there. Promise you. And since we're talking about relationships, check out secrettreasurestore.net.
I was so lost as to where that was about to go.
I have everything you need for a good relationship. 18 and up, secrettreasurestore.net. Just check it out. It's for adults. We have our own toy stores, you know.
Make sure you guys check me out at itskenbarbie.com, which is your number one source in news and entertainment. Also, definitely check out my cosmetics line for Pretty Bitches by KenBarbie. We have some great new stuff coming out actually this particular week. Well, I didn't even realize how soon it was. But this week, so make sure you guys follow, stay tuned, and get your purchases. It's definitely about to be some great things.
What's the new color?
We have two. I can't say yet.
Why? It's on your page.
No, there's something else.
I don't want to know about the other thing. Just tell me.
Well, there are two new colors which are available for pre-order now. They come out on Thursday, which is May 1st, the first day of KenBarbie Appreciation Month, which we'll explain that later on as well. But it's a navy blue, which is called Envy, and a yellow, which everybody's been requesting. So I wanted to make sure I did a yellow for you guys.
I definitely want yellow.
That's called Obsessed. So make sure you guys get.
People are obsessed with me. Okay. So I'm going to just put on that yellow lipstick just because. Just because of the name.
With whatever you have on.
It don't matter. Obsessed. Does that matter? It doesn't matter.
I ain't mad at it.
But y'all make sure y'all support Ken and follow him on Instagram, also official KenBarbie, and also follow Secret Treasure Store on Instagram, and our radio show, The P Show. The P Show airs every Saturday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern. And you can log on to legacyinternetradio.com, or you can log on to thepshow.com, and you can also download TuneIn. Mm-hmm. TuneIn is an app for your cell phone, which you search Legacy Internet Radio, and it'll pop up. You can hear our station, you can hear our show. You can actually use TuneIn for other stations. I mean, there's a lot of independent radio stations out here that you can download into that and just hear and support people that are trying to make it there. You know, we're trying to get there.
I'm there.
Ken, you're everything. Oh my gosh. Y'all must make me say a cuss word really loud. So, y'all make sure y'all check that out. And, again, Matter of fact, we might as well go ahead and tell them about our nominations.
Yes.
We're really, really excited. Rich City Hip Hop Awards was a name that has been going on for like the last 2 years. The P Show has always been nominated, and I have been nominated as female promoter. Well, they've changed the name of it to
Rich City. What is the P Show nominated for?
Hold on. Oh. They've changed the name of Rich City Hip Hop Awards to Rich City Music Awards now. This makes it kind of like, it broadens it. It gives a lot of people a chance to be involved. It's not just about hip hop. You know, sometimes when you have hip hop on something, people look at it like, oh, it's a black thing. That's not true. Well, T, I'm glad that she decided to change. She changed it to Rich City Music Awards, and I know it's going to be bigger and better. She's doing it at the Bird Theater on June 22nd. You can get more information at richcityhiphop.com. The website is still the same. You can go to richcityhiphop.com, and of course, we're nominated.
We are.
The TV shows are on there. Matter of fact, I'll actually tell you the nominations of the TV shows because they're all coming from here, from the public access station, from Comcast. And, you know, we're all excited because this is the first year this has actually been in the category. Ken.
Yeah.
So the shows that we have is Carmel Videos. We have Bad Boy Video Show.
That's a Bad Boy Video.
Yes. Ghetto Gossip, that's Crystal Richards.
Uh-huh.
Joey Chancellor's show. What's up, Joey? And also our show, Dirty Laundry. We made it on there.
Look what I did.
Yeah, Dirty Laundry is on there. Also, the P Show is nominated for Internet Radio Show. This is the 3rd year for that. And also, I'm up for female promoter along with Colleen and Diamond and myself. So, y'all log on to richcityhiphop.com.
Yeah, definitely make sure you guys vote for us.
And city is C-I-T-I. Mm-hmm. So it's R-I-C-H-C-I-T-I hiphop.com.
That's really exciting. Like,
it's gonna be fun.
So how long are they gonna give me to do my speech? No, I'm just joking.
Oh my God. But I never have a speech prepared. I just walk up on stage like they used to do back in the day with your whole crew.
Entourage.
Just walk up.
Extra. So I'm about to walk up with
just walk up
like 20 different girls in pink wigs.
Yes. Shout out to everybody that's nominated. Though it's so many people that I rock with, that it was good to see your name on there, the clothing lines, just the artists, everybody that's involved. You know, I wish I could shout everybody out, but I can't.
Right.
We'll be here all night. But again, congratulations, and shout out to T for putting this together again for the 3rd year.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So, Bird Theater is a nice little venue, so make sure you look nice walking up in there. Red carpet or fail.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll be exciting though.
Alright, so Ken, let's get into the dirty.
Alright, and for those of you who are not familiar, the dirty is our news and entertainment discussion. Each of these stories are actually taken directly from KenBarbie.com. Again, your #1 source in news and entertainment. So, you know, I normally do not talk about sports. Like, it's like a foreign language to me. But, I mean, the biggest story in the nation right now,
all over the world,
is LA Clippers owner Donald Sterling and his recent racist remarks and what we'll soon get into as the results of those racist remarks.
He ain't saying nothing but black people.
Is that all he said?
That's all he said. Well, all y'all heard. Right.
Alright, so Donald Sterling has been under fire pretty much all weekend, as he told his girlfriend he does not want her bringing black people to his games, including Magic Johnson. And it was all recorded on tape, so this is pretty solid. This isn't a rumor. So TMZ Sports obtained audio of Sterling making the racist declaration during a heated argument with his girlfriend back on April 9th, his girlfriend whose name is V. Steviano. She posted a picture of herself on Instagram with Magic Johnson, and he took it upon himself to rail upon her because of that, stating, wow. He basically stated that it's bad enough that she hangs around black people in her personal time, but why does she have to blast that to the public?
We don't need you putting that on the ground.
Don't put it on public.
Yeah, don't put it out there.
And also don't bring them to my games, which was crazy to me because it's like half of the NBA is African American. So
75% of his team is.
Right. So
really?
I'm a little confused as to how that plays out.
Yeah.
But all in all, things have come to a head actually as of today, as an announcement was made that David Sterling has officially been banned from all NBA activities for life.
Yes.
And he's also been slapped with a $2.5 million fine, and they're also encouraging him to give up ownership of his team, the Clippers. So
they're trying to force him. They're trying to force him out. I mean, if you can't go to a game, you can't go to a practice, you're banned from the NBA for life. What are you going to do with the team?
85. I mean, he's like 85 right now, so there's maybe not much time left.
Really not much time left, but, we don't pray on people's death.
Right.
So, I didn't really want to put that out there today, but honestly, he just don't have much time. But just like with Paula Deen and him, I just want people to understand they came up in a different time. And people do not realize we raise our kids a certain way, and when we raise them this way...
Does that make it okay?
It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is this man was raised to be a certain way, and he has not ever grown out of it. He's hated black people all 85 of those years. It just came out. That's all I'm saying. He's interacted with black people all his life. He's had to. He's had to deal with this team all his life, since he's owned it. But it just came out because of the recording. And we all know there was a setup. I mean, you can hear the conversation and hear her saying, but I'm mixed too. So you don't like me either? I got some black in me. Everything that she was saying to him was built around race. So it was set up. Now she's pretending, I don't know how it leaked. Whatever, girl. We know why it leaked. His wife is suing you right now. That's why it leaked. So you had to find a way to get him back. Now, I'm not saying he's right or wrong.
Absolutely not.
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is this man is old and he was raised this way, and that's just how he's going to be, just like Paula Deen.
I mean,
but he didn't even say nigga not one time. My bad, excuse my French, but he did not say that not one time. He just said black people. All the black people in the uproar. All the black people. I mean, it's black people out here that can't stand white people either.
With good reason.
Yeah, how many of them black people on TV you think can't stand white people?
I mean, it's not.
Y'all gotta look at it both ways.
I think that it's a shame that we live in a time where any of this is even a conversation. It shouldn't be going on at this point.
Yeah. But it's people that think like that every day. You go to work every day. Y'all go to restaurants every day. Y'all walk in malls. Y'all spend money with different businesses and business owners that do not like you. They don't like you. You just don't know what they thinking. You might be standing direction the whole time they calling you all types of stuff in their head.
But you know what? The one thing that I wanted to touch on about that, I did see a lot of people via Twitter and Instagram commenting that they didn't really think that the $2.5 million fine was much for him, which, to be quite honest with you, is not. He has that.
He fine.
And he'll still be fine, but I think...
Because he's going to sell his team. Think about all the money he'll make for his team.
But I think the message was clearly sent. The fine was just protocol.
The fine don't matter.
But the message was clearly sent with him having to basically give up his team.
But to lose everything.
Right.
He lost everything. He definitely is going to learn from it. And it's no going back on it because you're banned for life. Like this, it is really big. And I'm not saying I'm on his side or anything like that, but I'm just telling people, come on, let's be realistic. You deal with this every day. This is not something that just happened. This dude never liked black people. He didn't just make it up the day before yesterday. He's never liked black people. He never liked y'all. Okay? So deal with it. God.
Moving on. Alright, so it looks as though...
Still don't like y'all. He don't.
It looks as though Real Housewives of Atlanta star Porsha Williams' life may really be a flat line as she's singing in her brand new single, which is questionable in itself. But
Porsha.
Yesterday, during an appearance to promote her new single, she stopped by Access Hollywood and dropped a bomb when she revealed that her marriage to Kordell Stewart was laced with physical abuse.
He look abusive.
Now, the video for Porsha's new single, Flatline, does touch on domestic violence just a bit, but she did make it a point to state that the video doesn't touch on half of what she had to deal with, and that the relationship definitely did get physical on more than one particular occasion. You know what? I can't say that I'm surprised, just based on how strong in his opinions that Kordell was and how he seemed to have a certain control over Porsha. I think we could see from the beginning that there was a little bit more behind that versus, oh, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, we're going to argue. No, this was definitely if you don't agree with what I'm saying, I'm going to punch your face. Like, that's what it gave me the entire time.
Okay.
Are you surprised?
No. He just seemed like a really mean person.
Yeah, he was very much controlling.
Kordell seemed really mean.
But of course, Kordell spoke out to Access Hollywood today. I'm just saying that he's never laid a hand on Porsha. But of course he'd say that. Who's going to admit it? But Porsha does claim that he admitted to the abuse claims in their divorce trial. So hopefully some documentation will come out pretty soon that says who's telling the truth.
Who knows, Karen?
All right. And wrapping it up for the Dirty this week. Like, I'm so excited. Like, I don't even know how. I haven't been able to contain myself for the last 2 days because of this.
Why?
Queen Mother Creole Beyonce and her husband, my uncle, Sean Carter, known to you guys as Jay-Z, are about to go on tour together for the On the Run tour. And I'm super excited about it.
I'm asleep.
What? Pumpkin. Don't do that. You're not excited?
It's okay. I mean, they're a power team, but it's okay.
Pumpkin. Beyonce is not playing with you.
What show you going to?
She's not playing with you, Pumpkin.
What show you going to?
Like, let me make sure that y'all understand. Beyonce is going on tour with her man to go all around the United States and snatch different wigs off of everybody's head. Like, this is not a game. Like, what are we gonna do?
What show are you going to?
I think I'm gonna end up in Baltimore, more than likely. Okay. Baltimore or Philly. You coming with me?
I'm not. I'm not spending money on that.
I think if I don't go,
I'll watch the footage.
I would have to turn in my fan card if I didn't go. This is like a must. Like, this is gonna be
it's
huge.
gonna be nice. I'm excited for everybody that's being a part of it, actually.
Yeah. So, you ready to get into the topic for tonight?
Yeah. Why not?
Alright, and the number should basically be at the bottom of the screen in just a second for you guys.
David might put it up. I mean, we don't know. I mean, David, he does what he wants, you know. I have no idea. Right.
Alright, and for those of you who have been following us on Instagram and Facebook and so forth, for the day, probably saw that my top 10 was supposed to be the top 10 keys to a successful relationship to go along with tonight's topic. But we decided to make a slight change, like an hour or two before the show?
I didn't know nothing about it.
I texted you.
Me?
I mean, I just let Pumpkin know what was going to happen.
Are you serious? Because I don't got that. You did not send me a text about that.
I made an executive decision. But no, it's definitely still related to the topic. But I wanted to have a little bit more fun before we get into tonight's question. So my top 10 for tonight is actually the top 10 things that will get you left eventually in a relationship. So I didn't want to do the typical, oh, if you cheat on me, I'm going to leave you. No.
Yeah.
I want to have a little bit of fun. These are the things that you don't necessarily think of right away. And the things that build up over time that eventually, I don't want to deal with that. So it's going to get pretty exciting and interesting. So take notes, and we're about to get into the top 10.
Yes. I'm excited.
Alright. So number 10, and again, these are the top 10 things that will get you left eventually in a relationship.
Okay.
So number 10, you're toxic to my friendships. And what I mean by that is any relationship is definitely important for a man and women to have close friends. Like, you just may want them to be your road dog, and occasionally you might want them to be, I don't know, a shoulder to cry on or to vent to. Now, couples who tend to cut ties off with their old friends because they're in a relationship, they find it pretty hard to get back into the social game at some point. And I feel like people's friends, they just have a certain importance that shouldn't dumb itself down just because you're now in a relationship. So your partner is going to want their friends to stay around, or at least in their life to some extent. So if you're constantly keeping them away from going out with their friends, or maybe even talking to their friends, or trying to regulate who they're talking to and when, it needs to be some type of healthy balance, because eventually I don't want to deal with that. I need to have some type of connection and a genuine relationship with someone outside of my romantic relationship. What do you think?
Well, I don't know how friends are toxic, Ken. David, what Why you got it all up on my face like this? What in the world? I feel like I'm probably on everybody's flat screen right now, like,
when I'm not saying that the friendship is toxic. What I'm saying is that if you and I are together and you don't like my friends, you don't want me to hang out with my friends, so you're becoming a toxin to these friendships that I've built with these other people.
No, I'm not.
That's a problem.
What? Why?
Because why?
You don't love me?
Why can't I have friends?
You don't love me.
So I'm not allowed to have friends.
You don't love me. That's what it is. Yeah.
So you don't think that it's healthy to have friendships outside of your relationship?
It is. But that shouldn't stop you from wanting to be with me.
If it becomes a situation where this is something that's constant and you don't like any of my friends, it's not them, it's you at that point. Everybody's not doing something wrong. So what's going on here? So I just feel like if you don't want me to have any friends, that's a step towards a bit of a deal breaker for the relationship for me, and eventually it won't work.
David hates me.
What? For those of you who don't know, David is our producer.
He hates me. He really got my...
Please pull that back. Alright, so...
Oh my God.
So number 9.
I see why it's his last day. He just decided I don't want to come back, so I'm gonna just sabotage you, Pumpkin.
Wait, David is behind the scenes right now, so we don't want to air him out because he can mess all this up.
Yeah, David can hit a button and shut all this up. We don't want that.
All right, so number 9, you're turning into a slob and letting yourself go. So, it's some people out there who just can't wait to get into a relationship or even marriage just so they can stop caring about their appearance and working out. And I've heard people say, I can't wait until I'm married so I can just chill. No, you can't.
Oh my God. Who does that? Like, why are you sitting back thinking, oh, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and just be nothing. I don't want to look like nothing no more because I'm married now.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you have to be, on Herbalife for the rest of your life or working out every single day and so forth. No. It's okay to chill at some point. But keep yourself up. Don't just say, oh, because I'm married, I don't have to shave anymore. I don't need to worry about keeping my haircuts up. I can just get this gut. No. Because why is it so close to me now? I understand that they can get into all of this, but let's cut it away just a little bit.
God, David.
But no, they say through thickness and through thin, for better or worse. What if that for better or worse is a fat gut and your face is now fat and everything else? Like, what do you do?
I don't know, God.
Are you there after that?
I don't know. I don't know. We're talking about men. I don't have a woman, so I don't care if I like big dudes. There's nothing wrong with the fat.
Well, when you say big,
I like them fat.
How big?
250 or better. Oh my God.
Wait, I feel like I need to sit back.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, you do gotta sit back because your screen, you're like, your head is just so
I had a really big head. So say you did enter a relationship with someone and they were fit, they were that dude when it came to fitness and muscles and so forth. Mm-hmm. And once you guys are committed, possibly married or even, now he just lets himself go. He has the gut, a long beard that he can probably braid. Like, are you turned off? Do you feel like that's a deal breaker? What do you do?
I love them.
I get it.
If they stink, then it's a problem.
No.
Hygiene.
See, I didn't even include that because
if you have to lift up a fat roll and there's some sweat and funk in there, then yeah, time to go.
But no, I just feel like don't get too comfortable.
Okay, we got a phone call. It's early too.
Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry. I think we lost them.
I don't know if
Call us back. I don't know if Pumpkin hung up on you or what happened.
Call us back.
Call us back.
Let's talk about relationships.
But yeah, definitely just keep yourself up. Never get too comfortable where you think that your partner is no longer caring about your physical appearance and so forth. Because in reality, we all care about it to an extent. We want to still be attracted to the person that we're committed to. So don't become a slob.
There's nothing wrong with it.
With becoming a slob? I'm judging you.
I see it.
Alright, so number 8. And again, these are the top 10 things that will get you left eventually in a relationship.
Uh-oh.
Number 8.
I'm not trying to get left.
Number 8 is... Oh, we got a call. Let's get into it.
I'm not trying to get left. Number 8.
Can you turn your TV down, please?
Yes. Can you turn your TV down, please? Yes.
Thank you for calling Dirty
Can you hear
Laundry.
me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. I have this boyfriend that I talk to, and I keep telling him that he be acting serious all the time. Do you think that was the right thing to say? Because we're in a relationship and he's always serious. Do you think that was the right thing?
What is he serious about though?
Right.
Like he don't like to laugh, or is he too serious about you, something you're doing?
Like he's going through something you're doing. Like he's going through this. He has to move soon and all this, and I understand that. But I told him like I have his back 100%. So I keep telling him just because you're going through what you're going through, that doesn't mean you can't laugh and stuff like that. But it doesn't seem like he's seeing what I'm coming from.
He's stressed out.
Yes, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I really don't know what to do at this point.
Well, I don't think that you're wrong for expressing your feelings at all, because if that's something that stands out to you and bothers you, in a relationship, you have the right to express your opinion about that. I think it's really just going to be about him separating each situation from each other and just being able to enjoy his moments with you and so forth without thinking about what's going on in the background and what has him stressed out. So you definitely weren't wrong for voicing your opinion at all.
Yeah.
And thank you for calling. We'll actually get into one of our numbers has a lot to do with that. So good question. But keep watching and we'll get into it.
Okay, I would definitely be looking at this because I love it already.
All right, thank you. We love when they be like, we love y'all.
We love them back. Alright, so number 8, and again, these were the top 10 things that will eventually get you left in a relationship. Number 8, and
I ain't never got left.
You sure about that?
I'm the leaver.
Number 8 is you're always broke. Now look. Everybody hits a financial hardship a few times in life. Maybe you're behind on some student loans, or you just were laid off and you're struggling to keep up with the rent and so forth. That's reality. That's things that's going to happen in life at some point. Now, if the problem becomes that you're always in a financial hole, and I'm not sure as to why, maybe you're not making your effort to get out of it, or you're just blowing your money, there's a situation going on if you are always struggling, especially in a relationship. So I'm not a gold digger, but I'm also not a fan of always paying the way to get into things. I'm not a fan of being the one to pay all bills and so forth. That's an issue for me because I feel like a relationship is a partnership. So when you get into a situation where you're always the one to foot the bill and take care of everything, eventually you're going to get tired of that. You want somebody who's just as stable as you are.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I like spending money though. I think we could be stable, but I like to spend the money.
I mean, and there's nothing wrong with spending, but you just want to make sure that you're responsible with it.
So nasty.
Don't have
and so rude.
Don't have me at the end of the month question.
Y'all understand what we gotta look at while we're behind the scenes.
Alright, but I was just gonna say that don't ever get into a situation where you're constantly just blowing your money and your partner's wondering why at the end of the month I have my half of the rent and you are just dumb in the face about where it's at. That's a problem for me. And eventually,
You a gold digger.
I'm not a gold digger. I don't want your money.
He digging gold, y'all.
I don't want your money, but I do want to make sure that if anything happens to me and I no longer have the income that I have, then maybe you have my back and you can support things as well.
I got your back. I'll support you.
But yeah, so just if you're not financially stable, and it's a consistent thing that you're not even working to fix, eventually that's going to get you left too, because that's a big part of relationships. It's a sensitive part, but it's a big part. Have you ever been in a situation where you had to be more so the breadwinner in a relationship?
No. Breadwinner. No. Hasn't happened, Ken. Won't happen.
I mean,
I don't want to.
I don't want
Even if I was winning the bread, they wouldn't know. You can't tell everybody everything.
So you're saying keep it a secret?
Man, I got side hustles for days.
But
so if I got my little money on my side.
But in a relationship, should you not be open with your finances?
We did this before. It's none of your business.
If we're together, it's none of my...
If we had an account that we shared jointly, okay. Cool. Otherwise, no.
But you know what?
My money is my money.
I once dated someone who they were interested in my pockets and my income and so forth, and asked me about it openly because we were separated. And I'm not comfortable discussing that with you. Just know that I'm good. And if we get into a situation, we're good, and I can get us out, but we don't need to discuss exactly.
Yeah, that's not your business.
And they were really offended by that.
Are we married?
And ultimately,
because we're not married.
Ultimately, we're not together, and that's a part of the reason. Yeah. So, I mean, apparently, it means more to some people, but you know.
Nah, because they're trying to figure out how much of your money they can spend.
Hello.
That's all that is.
All right. So number 7, we don't have anything in common. So, I mean, this one is basically self-explanatory. I know...
Really huge.
I know they do say that opposites attract, and sometimes that's true, but I do feel like at some point, we need to have something that we can relate on, something that we can just connect on, and something that we can just connect on and relate. But if we never can connect, you're not interested in anything I'm interested in, we're always arguing about what each other like, that's the problem. And eventually we're going to notice that. And
alright, so this is what it is. Alright. Lord, these messages that we be getting, what that mouth do, I don't know. God. Stuff. What that mouth do?
What does that have to do with?
People just want to know.
What does that have to do with something in common?
Okay, so I definitely agree with you got to have something in common with your partner. I think that's the hardest thing, and that's what people don't understand. And that is why you're supposed to be friends before you jump in a relationship, because if y'all are friends, then you find out more about each other. So it might be something you don't like about this person that you would have known about. What?
I just got a message.
We're trying to be serious.
I just got a message. Forget if we have anything in common. What does that mouth do? What is this about?
So, but no, seriously, like, I don't think that mouth doing anything is gonna keep y'all together.
Right? If we don't have,
you can find somebody else's mouth that might do a little better.
We can relate on everything. So, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like you definitely have to have something in common, because eventually, if you guys can't relate on anything and everything turns into a headbutt with each other about what's going on, eventually that gets annoying and nobody wants to deal with it. So eventually, you will get left.
So, even with supporting your partner, that's an issue. Is that a number?
It is.
Okay. I'll wait. But definitely, those two are big factors for me. If y'all don't have nothing in common, if he loves if you love the movies and he loves bowling, and neither one of y'all want to ever go to one of them because you hate it.
But don't get me wrong, because they say opposites attract for a reason.
But that's not cool if your partner never want to do nothing.
Right, it's about compromise. So if you got
him in my eye. Something flew down.
So if you don't necessarily have anything in common, it's important to try to make things work with your partner as far as making those mutual decisions that's going to work for you both and what you both are interested in. But if you both are headstrong and just doing your own thing, no. Eventually you will get left.
Yeah, true indeed.
Alright, so number 6. You never go anywhere. And this has 2 meanings. So the first one...
Gosh, I'd be ready to cuss. So bad.
The first meaning of this particular number is that, for the first few months of the relationship, it felt as if you were never home, but with the exception of a few hours. Everybody's just out for the first 3 months.
We're having a great old time.
It's a date every day.
Yes, it's great. Brunches, dinners.
But say a month or 2 down the line, now it feels like we're just at home. We just eat and then we get in the bed and look at TV and we never do anything. I feel like you have to keep a certain amount of excitement and engagement in your relationship. Mm-hmm. So if you're always just at home doing absolutely nothing with your partner, eventually that's going to get boring and it's going to become something that they're not interested in.
Now we have a message that says every couple should have a date night where they have one day of the week that's about you two only, and I agree with that.
Exactly.
You should. I mean, it keeps the relationship going. It makes this one might feel special. I mean, I think it makes the women feel more special than guys. I don't think guys give a crap. Honestly, I do. I feel like guys just don't care.
I think some guys like a certain amount of attention.
We're emotional, and it just seems like we always want something, I guess. That's how guys look at it. Like, y'all, you're needy. You always need something. But it makes us feel good when you want to spend time with us or take us out. Y'all might work some crazy hours and never see each other, but that one day of that week, y'all know y'all got something to look forward to.
And it's crazy that they said that because I actually wrote that in my notes. It should at least be one day out of the week that you can't live without your partner. You don't want to be without your partner. You want to make it
just
work.
Once a week, you can't live without them. That don't make no sense. What you want me to die the other day?
I didn't mean it literally.
Oh.
But let's get into the second meaning of that. So keep in mind that this number 6 was you don't go anywhere. So outside of just sitting in the house, that can also go the direction of you're not going anywhere in life.
Yeah.
So if for some reason you're not the man she fell in love with, you're not the guy with ambition that had goals and so forth, now you're just content and you're satisfied with sitting on the couch and balding and just not moving anywhere in life. That can really become an issue for some people. Me included.
I'm only getting on that couch if we cuddling. Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
Well, I think that a good relationship has to do with, like, me and my wife. Like, I hide behind the door with a Batman suit on, and she come in with a Catwoman suit on, and we did that. Oh, I mean, we talking about we be fighting. She be like, wow, and come on, bring it on, girl. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to play the role games to get a good relationship going.
Oh my God. Okay, now.
So basically, he's just saying that you want to keep.
I need to get me a Batman.
Hey,
jump from behind the door.
A secret treasure store. So I mean, maybe they have some costumes.
Secrettreasurestore.net. I put you down. I got the suits. Trust me. Search for it.
You got characters?
They got stuff. They got everything.
What about Mickey Mouse?
No. Why would you? That is a child's. Do you want to cut your child for child pornography?
I don't want to do any of it. I'm not about the mascot life. But that's just my favorite character, so I was interested.
Oh my God.
But no,
they got Barbie.
But no, you want to make sure that you're not the person who's interested in just being stagnant and not moving anywhere in life, because I know for me, I'm driven. So I want my partner to want to succeed. It doesn't even have to be in the entertainment industry or anything similar that I do. Hell, you can be working fast food and just want to succeed in that, and that's cool. Just have some type of ambition about yourself and some type of life goals. Otherwise, I'm turned off. Yeah. And eventually I would walk away.
I agree.
So, number 5, and again, these are the top 10 things that will eventually get you left in a relationship. Baggage and or drama.
What kind of baggage?
So
I got kids.
Well, let's give a few examples.
They ain't no baggage. They kids.
So I don't know, maybe the fact that you've been married before, that didn't faze me. Or the fact that you had a kid from a previous relationship, I even decided to look past that. But say we get into a situation where that child's parent is always an issue.
Baby mamas.
Exactly. I love our viewers tonight. They're right on point with me. But say it's that constant baby mother drama or father, and it's always a situation. Me personally, I have my own stuff going on that is outside of the relationship, so I don't even have time to add new drama from someone else into my life. So if that happens, I'm walking away. I can't deal.
So you don't want to deal with my baby daddy standing outside the window playing music real loud for me?
What song
while we upstairs? I think that fool pulled up playing Mary J. Blige.
Wait, so this really happened?
This really happened.
I thought we were giving a scenario.
It really happened.
Mary J.
He pulled up playing the Mary J. Blige song.
Wow.
I don't even remember what it was. It's so funny. Real loud. I said, get away from here. But I called him like, oh.
But you know what? Not even inside of the kid and baby mother situation.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a regular ex who you don't share any kids or anything with, like...
Whoa! The ex that just don't never go away.
Don't ever go away.
They never go away. They call your phone. They still popping up and y'all ain't been together 4-5 years.
You know, I'm gonna keep it 100. I've been that ex that we just had that relationship. I don't go away and he don't go away. But, I mean, me personally,
Was that some shade?
Was it?
I thought some shade.
It wasn't. Stop reaching.
Ooh.
The example is, I think it's more so what you're willing to deal with him if it brings any drama to the situation. So if you're entering this relationship with me, you need to decide what you're willing to put up with. Because if it means that much to you to keep certain individuals or situations in your life, then hell, it may just cause you your relationship and you just need to
I have a problem with cutting people off like that. Like I always keep the communication lines open for everybody. I'm a nice person. I do social media stuff. I'm a media personality. I like to talk to people.
I just got a message that said keeping the exes are insurance.
Yeah! You know I believe in insurance. I do. I tell people all the time, you never know what can happen. Insurance is in case something happens, You need it. That's what it's for.
So you think keeping an ex in the picture is insurance till something happens to your current relationship?
It's not that you're expecting it to happen. Things do happen sometimes.
That's not cool.
No, but things happen sometimes. Whatever. Guess what? You'll be the sad person sitting on the sideline crying, rubbing your nose, and I'll be the person over here calling my insurance line. Hey, boo, you available for lunch today? Yeah. While you sitting at home by yourself, moping and crying and sad, can't eat, can't sleep.
He would never do that.
I ain't doing all of that. No, not doing all that.
I don't know. I'm the type of person I can't. Any additional drama, especially if it's based upon somebody else, I'm a little too self-centered for your drama, so I can't stick around.
Well, Ken, you obviously didn't like them in the first place because you would deal with some stuff. Some stuff.
I'm not saying as soon as something happens, I'm out the door. That's
how you act.
That's not realistic.
Yeah, but that's how you act.
But
you got the nastiest attitude. Like you just don't want to deal with nothing. Gosh.
But what I'm saying, if it's a constant thing and you're not doing anything to change that situation and it's constant drama, bye. I don't have time.
Oh, you don't like it? I love it.
It's entertaining.
It's just like I be sitting there trying to figure out what's next. Lord, I mean, child, it's somebody wife calling my phone every day right now.
Pumpkin.
I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know her. I don't know your husband, but
let's take this call before you tell too much. Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
How y'all doing tonight?
All right.
Great. Look, I don't mind having my exes for friends, but that's it. I mean, once I'm finished with you, I'm finished with you, man.
Oh, so you ain't gonna give them none. You ain't gonna have sex or nothing.
No, child, once I let you go, it's over with. I done had everything. Go have a good time somewhere else. But we can be friends, Facebook friends. All that good stuff like that. But no, I don't want you back.
Oh, okay.
I feel that, though.
I done had you. You know what I mean?
Been there, done that, right?
Been there, done that. I don't want to do it no more.
All right, thank you
so much for calling.
All right. Now, I don't know about that business. It must want good. It won't good.
No, I don't think so.
It won't good.
That's what I'm saying though. If you really plan on moving on, that ex isn't a factor like that in your life. Not saying they can't be there as a friend, but if it's still something where you want to give them some and whatnot, now go ahead and give them some.
Come on,
and I'm gonna continue to not be getting anything and move on with my life.
No,
because I don't have time.
Listen, though. How many people in relationships are going to deal with your ex being your friend? How many people? Not many. It's not many guys out there that believe that, first of all. They're like, y'all can't be friends. Y'all probably still having sex. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to believe it.
I think it's very circumstantial. And it just depends on the person.
That was a big word.
Circumstantial. It's a good word.
A big word.
Alright, so moving on to our next number. Number 3. And again, these are the top 10 things that will eventually get you left in a relationship. This is a huge one for me.
Uh-oh.
And I'm interested to hear your opinion, as well as you guys' opinion. You don't have sex, ever.
What?
So...
That ain't real.
I did a little bit of research.
You made that up.
I did a little bit of research on this one. And apparently, a general consensus in a lot of polls is that if you're in a relationship for an extensive amount of time, that eventually your sex life dwindles and you have to do things to spice it up. Which is similar to what the guy with the Batman and Catwoman suit was saying. We can get back into it. Let's take the call. Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
Yes. I have a comment.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Alright.
Okay.
Give us a call
You
back.
call us back.
We get your thoughts together. But no, I just feel like I've seen the results that some people really think that you have to spice up your relationship after a certain amount of time. I don't agree with that. But I do agree that if it's not a sexual relationship at all, and I'm coming home every night and we just going to sleep, something's wrong, and eventually I need to move on.
Somebody right with that thing.
Either you're not attracted, something's missing, something's going on, and it's something that I'm just not willing to deal with going forward.
You don't stop having sex in a relationship.
Right, I'm gonna think you're doing something.
That does not stop. And that, again, as we're going to read some of our comments from our question today, that was one of the most responses I saw. It seemed like everybody just said sex is like what's really needed.
So, do you think that after a certain amount of time you have to start doing things to spice up your sex life?
I think, say for instance, you've been with somebody for 15 years and that's the only person you've had sex with. People just think about having sex with other people. That's what porn is for. Like, you watch porn and whatever. You watch porn and then you sit there and you think like, dang, I wonder what that mouth do.
I think, I think if you have to spice up things with that person, then it wasn't all the way there. Because
that's not true. It gets boring, Ken. It's okay. It's natural.
But I've done long-term relationships, and
I've been fine, and I was bored.
Once upon a time, off and on with someone for over 10 years, and I can see that person today, and I'm still gonna want to jump their bones, and vice versa, with cool. No extra, no Batman suits or anything. I think and that's there. It's there.
Nah, you know what it is? That means that you love that person. It don't have nothing to do with anything else. That's love.
I don't think so. I think
it's definitely
if the
sexual
love. Attraction is truly there, and you're great, then it's gonna.
Sex is great when you have everything. It's well-rounded. Y'all have a good relationship. Y'all love each other. Y'all enjoy each other's company. And the sex on top of that, the bomb. Trust me.
Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
Yes. What if you're in a long-distance relationship for 4 years?
That's very long. You haven't had sex?
Do you see each other at all?
Oh, yeah. On a frequent basis, like every other weekend or every weekend. But what if you have doubts in your head about the whole long distance relationship? Like, what is that person doing? Or they thinking about what is this person doing?
So it's a trust thing.
In between time.
Now, why would y'all have trust issues unless you caught her doing something before? Are you an insecure person? Are you a jealous person? Are you possessive? Like, what are you?
I'm not, but the other person is.
Okay. So that person being this jealous person and everything like that, is that what makes you think she might be the one doing something?
See, that's what I think sometimes, but when we talk about these situations, it's
always, I'm not doing nothing. I work and I talk to you.
Yeah.
If I don't talk to you, I see you. If I don't see you, I'm working. You know what I mean? I don't know for sure, and they don't know for sure if I'm doing anything. I mean, which I'm not. It's just that how do we get on that connection before we decide to move in with each other?
How much distance is it in between y'all?
It's about an hour, 40 minutes.
That's not that bad. You better drive up there. Drive up there next time. Go check on her. Pop up on her one weekend, one day. When she get off work, just pop up. Just be there.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, just be there. That's the type of chick I am. I'm gonna jump out of bush. I got stalking charge.
Thank you for calling.
Okay.
But
I'm just saying.
Great question. My number one answer actually gets into that a little bit. So
Okay.
that'll be cool. Number two, before we get into that, number two is you constantly pick fights. And I'm going to go through this one really quickly for the sake of time. If you're constantly nagging about something, nobody wants to hear that. As an adult, we heard that as children. We heard being fussed at and so forth. We don't want to hear that from you as a grown, super grown adult. Like,
Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
Hey, good evening, Pumpkin. How you doing tonight?
I'm feeling good. How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm just looking at the show, and I was like, you're looking pretty nice tonight,
Thank you.
Yeah, but my question is, sometimes when, you've been with an ex, y'all really did have a nice time, and, sometimes when they get that look like that, you just gotta have them everything, it's nothing against the new person, but some people just, they turn you on, you know what I mean?
True. I agree.
And since it is an ex, it's something that and,
right.
it's safe, it's not like it's somebody you just met, you don't know what you might get, it's an ex,
It's an ex.
And I think exes should be, in the picture somewhat, because I just couldn't see myself letting go to anybody that's, sexy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody sexy, you ain't letting them go.
That's right. I agree.
That's right, ain't it?
Thank you for calling.
All right.
I don't know who that was. Stop. Don't you sitting here looking like, oh, you know who it was. Like, that's one of your exes, girl. Shut up, Ken.
But no, I don't have time to argue with you all day, every day. I can't deal with the constant fighting and constant pick, especially if I notice you're picking, I have to go. What do you think?
I like picking.
Oh my God.
I argue with
See, I would break up with you.
we can debate, we can argue. I do not stop. I'm an Aries. So I'm going to come at you. Let's go. Ram. We ain't rams for no reason. Like, we don't stop. So it is what it is.
Alright, and to get into number one, I don't think we ever got into number one so late.
Yeah.
But the number one thing that will eventually get you left in a relationship is we don't communicate or trust one another. So I feel like both of these go hand in hand, so I couldn't even decide which one should be number one because they should be joint. If we can't properly communicate our issues to one another, if we don't have any sort of trust that we can, even if we don't have it right away or something happens, if we can't properly build that and try to make that trust, the relationship isn't going to work in the long run.
That's correct. And let's just try to at least get a couple of our comments in.
Okay.
Miss Helen at GFC Catering said, number one, great sex. And this is, what do you think is the most important key to a successful relationship? She says, number one, great sex. Number two incomes to help pay some damn bills. And three, a sense of humor. If you have these three things in life is good.
I mean, I agree with that. Shout out to Miss Helen.
GFC Catering.
I have a comment from Hey Key, and she says that the key to a successful relationship is head. So oral sex.
That thing might work.
I can't say that I completely agree with that, but I do think, like you said, sex is an important factor in a successful relationship. So
sex matters, people.
Yeah.
From Annoyance said, being friends. If you are true friends and like to be around each other, everything else falls in place, and I totally agree with that. Love Paul said communication. It was a lack of communication.
Trust and communication is the ones that I got the most.
That's what
I mean, that was our number one answer, so that's pretty good. Another one that I got was humility, which Coco Marie 421 gave that one, and I feel like it kind of boggled my mind at first to thought, why would humility be needed? But it makes a lot of sense, because if you can't really tone down your ego and your personal feelings and so forth, then you can't properly have a relationship. So that was actually a great response, and that actually helped me learn something myself.
Yeah, but we definitely appreciate all your feedback tonight. We'll be back next Tuesday, 9 p.m. and it comes on Comcast 95.
Next week. That's our season finale.
Yeah, Comcast 95, Verizon 36. And it was just exciting tonight, and I hope that we help somebody. I hope.
I feel like
I hope y'all are having some great sex tonight.
We covered a lot
Great communication.
in a short amount of time, so
get rid of all the extra baggage you got going on to keep your relationship working. Go on a date, please, guys. Surprise your woman. You know what? Tomorrow, just surprise her and take her lunch to her job. When she gets home from work, just have a bubble bath ready. Do something different. Just come on, y'all guys gotta step it up a little bit. Things done changed so much lately. Like,
so you're talking about spicing it up.
Spice that thing up. But follow me on Facebook. I am Pumpkin Green. I am Pumpkin is all together. You can also follow me on Instagram, The Makings of P. Also follow Celeb Stat Jules. Follow Style by Steph. And follow Secret Treasure Store.
Yes. And we do want to continue to hear your comments about this topic. So make sure you hit us up on Facebook and Instagram. My Facebook is Ken-Barbie, I guess. My Instagram, official KenBarbie. Make sure you guys check me out at itskenbarbie.com for all your entertainment news, and also shop for Pretty Bitches by KenBarbie, which is my cosmetics line. And make sure you keep your eyes peeled, because we have some great things coming for KenBarbie Appreciation Month, which starts this upcoming Thursday, so I'm excited.
And y'all make sure y'all catch us next Thursday at the Boosie Show at Richmond Coliseum. That's May 8th. You can get tickets at Ticketmaster.com. Oh my God, we got a call. Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry. 2 minutes.
Hi, I just wanted to say that the comment she made at the very beginning about this mess they have going on about this man for the NBA.
Yes.
You are absolutely right.
Yes.
And these people are getting paid, and they have nothing to lose. He's 80-some years old. He has nothing. You are absolutely right, and I hope most black people heard you and understood what you said.
I hope they did too, because we're so bitter. I mean, black people are so bitter behind it, but it's thousands of people walking around that hate you every day.
Sure they do.
Like,
I mean, I say the same thing whenever I see these black guys going after these white girls. I say the same thing.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
That's
about
right.
it. So you can't change. You can't legislate it. You can't change it.
That's
so
right.
let it go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
But yes, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Dirty Laundry. We're out of time. Hit us up, Facebook, Instagram, wherever, to keep your comments going.
Pull it up. YouTube.com/2. That's number 2, the P Show, or itskenbarbie.com.
Yes.
So you can catch the rerun of it. All right.
All right. So we'll see you guys next week. Next week is our season finale. So stay tuned.